Okay, I don't want to blow my own trumpet here, but this stuff never existed when I first started on Fiverr. Meaning that now that it does exist, it should make your freelance career so much easier and faster to get orders than it did for me. Now, maybe you already know about this, maybe you don't. And if you don't, then you need to keep watching because this is something you can start using as of today. So right now, if you go to the Google Chrome store, you'll probably see that there are plenty of different Fiverr tools or plugins which you can plug into your Fiverr account. Maybe you never knew about this. To be honest, a few months ago, I never even knew about this. But yes, there are tools out there. So for example, one that I just came across and I have just used is called FivData. It's a freelancer assistant, 4.5 star rating, 165 ratings, 50,000 users apparently. Not sure how because I've just used it and it is pretty shit, to be quite frank. Now, if you have used this before or you are from FivData, feel free to reach out and correct me. I'm just going to show you my experience with it real quick. So we can basically, this is their website. And also if you scroll down their website, I noticed that they have actually tracked 103 gigs, but they have 41,000 registered users. So these numbers don't really calculate very well. 41,000, but only 103 gigs tracked doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But once we go on their website, you can see, you can go to Gig Rank Checker. Now you can do this two ways. Obviously there is a plugin. So once we go to the search on Fiverr, we get this Get Analytics. You can click it. It essentially just takes you to their website, which is not that great, to be honest. You just get served with loads of different ads. So again, Gig Rank Checker. And then essentially what you do is you type in your username, which I already have, spokesperson, which is a keyword that I rank under. That's like one of my main keywords. Find my gig. Now, I did this a moment ago and yeah, it doesn't find me. It says that I am not under that keyword, which is actually wrong because I know that I am under that keyword. And then a cool feature, which you would think, wow, this is super cool. They have a dark mode. I'm not too sure why Fiverr haven't already implemented a dark mode into their actual platform. I think that would be a really cool addition, considering everybody loves dark mode. But generally you think, okay, dark mode, wow, let's click it. Yeah, so it doesn't really work that well. It makes things dark, yes, but it also makes all the thumbnails, yeah, it doesn't work. I'm not sure why the person who developed this, obviously they tried it themselves and saw that this happens. Why they would still run dark mode, I have no idea whatsoever. So there are plenty of plugins out there. And even if you go, we can see, for example, okay, we have Fiverr Plus here. I clicked on this. Generally, I didn't bother downloading it, but there's Auto Refresh Plus as well, Smart Fiverr. So there are quite a few plugins out there, some which are maybe useful, some which aren't so useful, but I have one today, which is actually really useful and I do want to share because this is something that is going to help you actually get orders on Fiverr. And if you follow me on YouTube and you've been watching my videos, then no doubt you probably know Vasily, who also creates content around Fiverr as well. Well, he is the one who is behind the Freelance Hustle CRM system. So it's right here. This is the plugin, Freelance Hustle CRM. This is actually awesome. To be completely honest, it is awesome. Bug-free, no pop-up ads, nothing like that. So it's actually great because, and I'll show you why. Let's say you're a new freelancer and you don't know how to speak to clients. I know so many of you guys have this same problem. You don't know how to communicate with clients, or you just don't know how to speak properly to them or professionally, let's say. Well, this actually does everything for you. So I'll give you an example. This is a guy that's literally just placed an order around, I think it was like 5 minutes ago. I sent him the offer. I think he placed the order literally about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, something like that. And everything is good. He asked a couple of questions at the end there. For example, this was one of them. Like, can you do me a favor and record in a way that I can use it in both 4:5 and 9:16 ratio? I've already replied to him, but I just want to show you how this works. So we have a couple of options here, and this is something that I use a lot. So the first one is we have reply with AI agent, meaning that all we have to do is click, the AI will read the whole conversation and it will reply correctly to this client. Okay, so it will take everything into account. So we've got it already here. Thanks for your order. I'll make sure the video is recorded so it works well for both 4:5 and 9:16 ratios by sitting a bit further from the camera as you requested. I'm aiming to have the video ready for you today, and I'll keep you updated on the progress. Looking forward to delivering a great video for you. Awesome, right? Like, it's in a professional manner. The only thing I don't like, and I've already told Vasily about this, and you can already fix this. I can do this myself, but I just haven't bothered. But it adds exclamation marks at the end of the sentence, which I feel like I'm shouting at the client, and I don't want that. So I always just delete those. But you can get rid of those if you wish. Okay, so that is option one. I don't personally use that a lot because I rather just speak. I don't want to sit there typing to clients, but I just want to speak to them. So we have the second option, which is reply with AI audio, essentially. So what it will do, we'll click the button. Hey, thanks again for your order. Definitely, we will give you this in the 2 aspect ratios of the 4:5 and the 9:16 ratio as you requested. I will aim to try and have this done today, even though the delivery time is within the next 4 days. I should have it with you by the end of today. Okay, so you can just pretty much ramble. It doesn't matter exactly what you say because the AI will correct what you're saying and it will put it into a structured format for you. It takes a few seconds and then here we go. Hey, thanks again for your order. Definitely we will deliver the video in both aspect ratios 4:5, 9:16, just as you requested. I aim to have this done today for you. Although the delivery time is within the next 4 days, I should be able to get it to you by the end of today. Excited to get this to you. And then of course you can just click send. This is a game changer and something I love. So this is something I use pretty much all of the time, to be quite honest. And it's great. So just that alone, this tool is worth it. Honestly, just that alone. But the next best thing, and this is something that will actually help you get more orders on Fiverr. And I'm not just saying this. This can actually help you get more orders. They have a CRM system. Now, as you know, if you are a Fiverr seller, the Fiverr inbox is messy. You can't organize this. All you can really do is maybe just star people, and then you can come here and you can check the people who you starred or the custom offers. But I'll be completely honest, I get maybe 5 to 10 new messages every single day, and the amount of people that get lost in my inbox, and to be honest, the amount of money I've lost in my inbox just because I lose their username, or I get another message or another 5 messages and they just get forgotten about. For example, I have people who are sending me products who maybe it's been in transit for 2 weeks. I received the product and then I have to remember who it was that sent this product. And then I have to go through my inbox and find them and then say, hey guys, like your product's arrived, let's get going with this order. Yeah, it's a nightmare. But the CRM system actually just eliminates all of that. So we have this other box right here, okay? And this is your CRM. So you can customize this the way that you want. I've already customized it to deleted, purchase, cold, no response AM. So I think what I meant was like at the moment. This is for those people who message me, I message back, and then they just don't respond. So I've just stuck them in this folder. Now, this guy has already purchased, so I put him in the purchased CRM. We can go up to the plugin right here, and again, we can change everything right here in the plugin. We can also add notes. So let's say, for example, like client has sent me a product. Okay, so that note will stay there. We can save that. So just up here, the note appears. So client has sent me a product. So every time I go onto their conversation, I will see this note right here. So it's actually really cool to keep track of stuff. But I want to open up the portal for you. So this is inside the CRM system. The main thing is here. Now we have all of these different categories, okay? These are the categories that I've created. Of course, we can add as many categories as you want, but essentially these are just people that have messaged me and I just want to categorize them so I can stay on top of who is who. So I have the purchase guy. So this guy is the same client that we were just talking about. I can click this button and it will go straight to our conversation so I can start messaging with him again. No problem. I don't have to search for an inbox or anything like that. I also have hot leads and warm leads. Warm leads essentially are those people who are like, okay, I need to speak to my team, or yeah, I'll come back to you in a couple of weeks. I stick them in warm leads. They're not showing the intent that I want them to, let's say. So they're in warm leads. They show some interest, but not that much. And then I have hot leads. Hot leads are obviously those people who are like, yeah, let's get on with this. Give me till Friday. something like this. These are the guys who are adamant that they want to get going. And for example, this guy right here, he's just placed an order yesterday. So he actually placed the order just yesterday. He's a repeat client. So order is currently in progress. So essentially what I should do is now I can just move him over to purchased. Let's purchase right here. I can move him here. Now this CRM is fantastic purely because you can stay on top of who is who, messages don't get lost in your inbox, and you can actually follow up with people so much easier and faster and pretty much guarantee that you are going to get the order through them because you are following up. Now, who is this not for? Generally, this is not really for new users. So new freelancers to the Fiverr platform, the CRM is pretty pointless because you're not getting enough messages at this stage. I'll be completely honest with you. The only good thing about this CRM for new beginner freelancers would be the fact that you can reply with AI or reply with audio. That's going to be the best thing about this for you, especially if you're not sure about how to speak to clients exactly. So that is well worth it. But the CRM, for now, when you're just getting started, you're not going to have that many messages. It's not going to be worth it. A little bit later, maybe 2-3 months down the line, then yes, the CRM will come in really handy. So definitely this is something I would suggest using. This is something that I've been using now for the last 6 months. And again, the CRM, you can see that my CRM is a little bit messy right now because I go through stages of using it and not using it. But when I do use it, I 100% see that the orders are coming in. And also one thing I just want to show you. So for example, we have warm leads here. You can then add tags. So for example, this person, final message sent. So essentially I sent them a few follow-up messages and then I just added a tag saying final message sent. You can see the message here. Hey there, just checking in. If they don't come back, which they haven't come back, they haven't been online for the last 3 months. Now I will just delete them from my CRM system. Yeah, I don't need them anymore. Okay, so that is the CRM system. Now that we have this, it's just a game changer. I'll leave the link down below. Also, there is a discount if you do use my link as well. Otherwise, down below is a ton more links, especially for the Ultimate Freelance Fiverr course. This is basically a 6-module, 24-video course that takes you through 0 to finally getting your first client, building optimized gigs, the whole works. It's all down in the description, so go check it out. Hopefully this video is useful, and definitely check out the CRM. There is also a free trial as well.